Hello teachers, Miss Medina here. I just want to share with you a cool tool that I've been using with my students to have them engage in the content during virtual or distance learning. And it is called Google Jamboard. Google Jamboard is, of course, part of Google. You can use it through several devices. You can use it on a tablet, on an iPad, or on a smartphone. We are going to be exploring the web-based application of Jamboard, which is very different from being able to use the application on a smart device such as an iPad or a tablet or a phone. It has different features if we use it that way. But I'm going to use it on the web. So in order to access it, you're going to go to jamboard.google.com and you're going to be directed to this page right here. This is your personal account. If you're signed into your school email, then it will be connected to your school email. If you're connected to your personal email, then it will be connected automatically to your personal email. The one thing that I found is that unlike the rest of Google applications, it does not automatically save to your Google Drive. However, if you recently accessed a Jamboard, it will appear on your Google Drive Quick Access when you open your Google Drive. But it does not have a folder of its own where all the Jamboards are stored, like Google Meet or any other applications from Google. However, when you go to jamboardgoogle.com and you're signed into that particular account, it will automatically take you to your account homepage and you will see the collection of any Jamboards that you have. And here is my guidance Jamboard and my AP Jamboard that I created for this week. Now to create a Jamboard, you're going to go down here to the bottom right-hand corner and select New Jam. You're going to open the jam and it's going to give you a white frame. So essentially Jamboard is a virtual whiteboard. You can do a lot of things with this virtual whiteboard. The first things that you can do is you can title your jam. So we're going to title this test. You can add different frames by clicking on the right arrow and you can go back and forth to each of those frames. If you click on expand frame bar, you will go down to it will show you all of the frames that you have there. Now you can add a background, and here are an array of background choices. So that is a notebook. You also have different writing tools. So if I want to write, you have different palettes to choose from. You have different devices such as a pen, a marker, a highlighter, and a brush. So if I use a marker and I use the blue and I want to make a marking, there is my marking. And if I don't like it, it does have an eraser for you to erase whatever you select for whatever you drew. It doesn't have any way for you to add a text to your frame, but it does come with the ability of adding a sticky note. And again, like the pencil or the pen to write, you have different colors. So if I want to write here, sample, I will just save it and it will create my sticky note. Now I can manipulate the sticky note by selecting on it and moving it around the frame. I can resize it. If I go to the upper left-hand corner, I can manipulate it to turn it around and have it at an angle. The more options on that sticky note give me the option to edit, to duplicate, or to delete the sticky note. I'm going to leave that right there. And I can also add an image. An image can be uploaded from the device that you are on. You can do a Google search. You can upload from your Google Drive directly or your photos. So if we're doing a Google search, let's search for flower. And I choose a picture and I can directly upload it to my frame on Jamboard. And again, I have the same ability to resize and tilt and turn that picture. And I have the ability to duplicate it or delete it altogether if I choose. Now, if I want to make an emphasis, Jamboard does allow me to use a laser. And what the laser does, if I circle something, it will emphasize it and then immediately erase the drawing, so the laser will not stay on your Jamboard. It's just to make a quick emphasis, and you can do it as many times as you want. And that is how you would add things to your Jamboard. Now, if you want to create a second frame, you do the same thing. You can choose a background, have it blank, or have it with a background of your choosing. And what I like about this is that if you are doing group work, then you can have students work in groups. You can assign them a page number, and you can have them work on that particular group. When you're done, then you can have this Jamboard be completely downloaded as a PDF. So let's say that some of your students didn't log into class for your period, then you would download your frame as a PDF. It would automatically download down here on your menu bar to your device. It does not save to Google Drive. And then when you open that, it will show you all the frames that you have. And those are the frames that I have in the order that I have it. Now, let's say that I don't like my order of my frames. So I have 3 frames here. This is my second frame. This is my first frame. But I want to change my frames because I want my second frame to be my first frame. I can just drag and drop and switch those frames out. I want to change my third frame to be my second frame. There you go. You have your frames switched. So that's how you can manipulate these frames and put it in the order that you want. And then now you can go back and download it as a PDF, or you can save each frame as an image. So let's try that. So if I download as an image, it will give me an image downloaded directly onto the device that I'm using, and it will save there as well. And then from there, I can upload the PDF or the image straight to Google Classroom or a website if I have a website for my students. Another thing that you can do is to remove the Jamboard altogether or make a copy. If you want students to make their own copy or have their own copy so they can collaborate, you can do that as well. You can always look for more updates on Jamboard and send feedback if there is something that's not working or you would like to see something better. Google is pretty good about listening to feedback. The way you share this Jamboard with your students is different ways. Just like any other Google Doc, you will go to the share icon. The dialog box will open and you have this link at the very top. You can copy and paste this link directly into the Google Meet chat or your Google Classroom. When you do that, please remember to change this private setting. So it is a default that the Jamboard is private. Only you can access the Jamboard. So until you change that setting, even if somebody has a Jamboard, they will only have you access. So if you want the students to collaborate, be able to write and make their own frames, then you want to change it to off from specific people to on anyone at the organization with the link can. And then what type of access, either view or edit. I want my students to be able to edit, and then click save. Now, before it actually asks you to save and be done with the changes, you do have this box down here that says prevent editors from changing access and adding new people. I would highly suggest to select that box to have students not have the option to share it with anybody that you don't want them to share it with, and then save changes. You can also share this Jamboard by adding by inviting people specifically using their names or their email addresses and giving them access to either edit or just view. So that is how you would share the Jamboard with somebody and your students specifically. This is a really cool tool that I've used. My students really enjoyed it, and I hope you use it too. Please let me know if you have any questions, and thank you for watching the video.